Mr. and Mrs. Smith Season 1. There's a new spy comedy in town and it's generating a buzz of excitement. Mr. and Mrs. Smith is created by Francesca Sloan and Donald Glover and stars Glover and Maya Erskine in the leading roles. Here's everything we know about Mr. and Mrs. Smith Season 1, including its release date, time, cast, and where you can watch it. What is Mr. and Mrs. Smith Season 1 about? Mr. and Mrs. Smith is a miniseries based on the original 2005 film of the same name. The show follows the life of two spies who are paired up for a mission in which they have to pretend to be a married couple, Jane and John Smith. However, real feelings merge with fake ones and they soon find their mission and their relationship at risk. We will have extensive coverage for Mr. and Mrs. Smith across the site, including recaps for all episodes and a full season review. Feel free to check those once the series drops. Where can I watch Mr. and Mrs. Smith Season 1? Since Mr. and Mrs. Smith is a Prime Video original, the show will be released exclusively on that streaming platform in over 240 countries. This is the only place you'll be able to watch this one. Mr. and Mrs. Smith Season 1 release date. Mr. and Mrs. Smith Season 1 is all set to release on Friday, February 2nd. Most Amazon Prime original shows release at 12 a.m. GMT. This means folks in the US can watch the episode at 5 p.m. PT or 8 p.m. ET on the day before release. In India, the episode will release at 5:30 a.m. IST on the day of release. You can expect all episodes to drop at the same time, with each episode having a runtime of approximately 60 minutes. How many episodes will Mr. and Mrs. Smith Season 1 have? The first Season 1 of Mr. and Mrs. Smith will have 8 episodes. Expect the episodes to be dropped with relevant subtitles as well as dubs in multiple languages.